Tyron Woodley is your opponent again. What went through your mind?
You know, I just thought to myself, it's funny how these professionals, like Tommy Fury, who's considered a professional boxer, gets sick, breaks a rib, and doesn't want to fight. I fought sick. I fought hurt. You got to go in there and get the job done. And then they're like, oh, you got Tyron Woodley now. No problem. That's why I got the ski mask on. They're going to give me a big bag to go and beat the guy I already beat. This is a bank robbery. This belt is for me. That's why it says for Jake Paul right here. But this is the most valuable boxer belt, designed by Alec Monopoly. We got a diamond Rolex on the side, a diamond Cartier on the side, and then the Hermes Birkin bag sewn into the side for the most valuable boxer of this generation.
That's sweet.
You know, my thoughts when I got the call is that, you know, things happen for a reason. I think this is all a part of alignment. And, you know, it's been times in my mixed martial art career where, you know, we get a fight done and we always think we need a break, we need to go on a vacation, and we need to just download, because the training camp takes a lot of energy and a lot of time, a lot of PR. And something told me this fight wasn't going to happen. Something didn't sit right with me about the Tommy Fury matchup. It didn't make a lot of sense. I didn't think people were as excited about the Tommy Fury fight as they were with me and Jake. So I flew my coaches into town end of September, and I said, this fight ain't gonna happen. I said, this fight will not happen. I said, my spirit is telling me it's not gonna happen. So we started training. Not really as a replacement, but training because I just didn't feel like the fight was gonna happen. So when I got the call, the sentence wasn't even finished before I was in. So I'm just excited about the opportunity to go out here and redeem myself. We found out a lot about each other that night in the ring. You know, it's some mutual respect, but it's still some unfinished business.
I mean, we just added to his contract that if he can knock me out, he'll get $500K bonus on top. So that's that. I don't need nothing. I already got everything.
Does that...
I just bet I beat his ass. That's my bet.
I'm a eat your ass. I mean, I'm a beat your ass.
I'm not falling for that.
I guess my career has just become shutting people the fuck up. And this is just another version of that. So... up the ante, prove that there's no knockout clause, the fact that people think that they're idiots, and I'm willing to put money on it. That's it.
I appreciate the half a bag. I'm going to throw in some crypto. One thing that you got to recognize in this sport is, you know, when people are down and wounded, you know, they make the comment that when somebody backs against a wall, when somebody's like a wounded dog, you got to be patient, and you got to be patient on trying to finish that deal off, because Jake has shown in his fights, you watch the Nate Robinson fight, you watch even when he knocked out Ben Askren, he wasn't really looking at them at the time. You know, they walked forward, he looked like he was going to load it on Ben's body, and then he came over the top. Nate ran in and rushed into a right hand. So, you know, you got to respect power, and I'm not going to sit up here and act like he don't have power. He does have power, and I have power. That's why you guys want to watch this fight again. So when I was looking at that, I actually punched him into, he was under the first rope, land on the second rope, hooked on the third rope, and sitting on the fourth rope. And we went into the boxing ring earlier that day, and we noticed how tall the top rope was. It was really at the back of my head. And at that point, we started measuring the second and the third rope. And that rope, those ropes are kind of really loose. So they went to tighten the rope up. And to be honest, when I punched him, he actually sprung back into the ring based upon the second and third rope. So when I was going to punch him for the second time, you know, I don't go out there and cry over spilled milk. Like Jake said, he had an injury. Most fighters fight with injuries. You train your ass off. Most of the injuries come into training. And when you sign a contract and you walk in there, you don't cry fit. You don't go in there and complain about it. If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. You don't make excuses afterwards. But when he came back in, I was trying to punch him again. I actually wrapped around his back. And I felt like my elbow was a little bit of hyperextended. So I said, Tyron, walk him down. Get in his face. You're in better shape. He's backing up. And I was punching and trying to make him punch back so I can counter punch him, but I really didn't feel like it was time for me to just go in there with avalanches of punches. He was hurt, but he wasn't to the point where he was dangling around and his legs were shaking. So hindsight is 20/20. I could have went in there and threw a barrage of punches, and he could have came with that right hand that we saw. He could have came with the left hook. Maybe I could have did more. Maybe I could have been a little bit more active, but we're in there. You know what I mean? We're in there. We see what we see, and I gotta go off my experience on what I saw. My last UFC fight, I hit the guy, and he had Bambi legs, and I said, it's over with. And I went in there for the kill. And when I did that, he clipped me with a shot. And, you know, I wasn't thinking about let's be safe, but you got to be a professional out here. You know, this is a young kid. He hasn't really went a long fight ever. This is the first time he ever went more than 2 or 3 rounds, right? His chin has not been hit that often. He's going to be able to take a punch. So those are the things that an experienced fighter think about. So I know people wanted to see, it was more so people wanted to see me knock him out for them. And I think that's why everybody, oh, you shoulda, woulda, coulda. I want to see you guys get in there and do it.
Not. If you go to the recreational center, you play some one-on-one basketball with a guy, he beats you 7 rounds to 1 or 7 points to 1, however you want to look at it. And then you come back next Thursday and you want to beat that guy in one-on-one basketball, just because he is going to pay you to beat him doesn't mean you can. I'm not nervous at all about that. If anything, it's my advantage. He's going to come out, try to knock me out. And like he just said, he's going to get caught because he respects my power. A lot of people online were saying, why didn't you finish him? Why didn't you finish him? Because Tyron felt my power in the first round, and he knew that if he walked into that shit, it's on the canvas. I hurt him multiple times in that fight, but some reason people don't want to talk about that.
When did the referee ever come towards my way to save my life? When did you hurt me? When did you nearly put me to the canvas?
7th round, overhand right.
Yeah, you know what
that's
happened
on my
after you did overhand
Instagram
right?
with your head
I got
going.
back in your face like
and you fell forward into my arms and I caught you. I saved your life. But not
guess
this
what?
time.
Every time I hit you, you ran. Every time you hit me, I walked you down. I got back in your face. So when you hit me, it actually made me even more pissed off. So at the end of the day, I don't know where that analogy came from with the basketball game. You lost me and everybody in this room because you definitely didn't win 7 rounds, number one. Number two, why didn't you knock me out? If you hit me with the hardest shots, why didn't it make me back up? Why were you the one running the whole time?
100%. I didn't hit you with my best shot, and that's the beauty of this fight coming in, and that's why I'm so confident.
What was you
I didn't
saving
hit
it
you with
for?
my best shot. It was a bad night, and I still beat you.
It was a
Plain and
bad
simple.
night?
And you should be embarrassed by that because I beat you on a bad
Saturday's
night.
gonna be a bad
and my
night.
first time going 8 rounds.
That was
first time
that was a
getting
Christmas
hit by
gift.
a 10-ounce glove.
August 29th was a Christmas
You
gift.
don't know.
December
How about this?
18th,
You don't know
Saturday
what's
night is going to be a bad
Hold on,
night.
we'll wrap it up. How will you be different this time around?
You'll see. Enough with the talking. We're 2 days away. Everyone can tune the fuck in. Showtime.com/pay-per-view. Fucking be there. Otherwise, you're missing out on one of the greatest fights ever. Thank you.
Tyron, how will you be different?
I don't need to be different. I just need to go out there and get it done this time. I needed more time the last time. This time I'm getting some extension to that last fight, so I'm going to get the round done. This is the round 9 to me.
I've sparred with 3-time, 4-time world champions, professional boxers, guys who are bigger than me, heavyweights. I sparred a guy who's 6'9". Those dudes can crack. And that's why I said his power is 4 out of 10. He won the UFC championship with that right hand. He hit me with it. I was off balance, yada, yada. First time I've been hit in a real fight. Cool, take it, no problem. Come back and win every single round after that. So that's why I give him a 4 out of 10.
I mean, to be honest, Jake was kind of running, so I would measure his track speed more than his punching power. So I give him a 10 out of 10 on his back pedal. He should probably be a cornerback.
I might actually go to the NFL after this, or NASCAR. I'm still debating.
Whatever his plans is, like that's one thing about me. I'm real. I'm not gonna bash just to unnecessarily bash to sell a fight. If he got goals and he got ambitions and shit he want to do, then have at it. But Saturday, my goal and my mission is clear, and it's independent of his.
Tyron Woodley, if you win this fight,
Let's start using the right words around here.
when you win this fight, will there be a trilogy?
Let's just focus on the fight. I mean, shit, we can talk about a trilogy. We can talk about 4, 5, 6, 7 times. But, if I don't get it done on Saturday, this conversation is off the table. So right now, I'm laser focused on Saturday night. I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm more prepared than I was the last time. And the small adjustments I made in training, even before the fight was announced, I think those little small things are going to give me the victory. For me, I've always been a trailblazer. I was the first one with the vlog. Make sure you guys check out Champ Camp. It's crazy right now. I was the first one that really entertained these ideas even before Conor did. I was talking about boxing before, and then actually my coach Dean Thomas was here, was talking about boxing before any MMA fighter was boxing. So my mind has always been ahead of the curve. I suggest people do what they are put here to do. Everybody will watch Instagram and internet and they see something cool and they want to go and do it. Like, that's not what here. For one thing, this fight against Jake, I don't know what it is with this kid that makes me excited to train, that makes me want to get in the gym. And that's why this fight was important to me the first time, and that's why it's important this time. Whatever excites you and motivates you to go out there and do whatever God puts you on this earth to do and passionate about, do that. Every MMA fighter shouldn't box. some MMA fighters should box, but they got to make that decision for themselves. So I'm not going out there, waving the banner for MMA. I'm not going out there waving the banner for anybody that want to see Jake get his butt kicked. I'm doing it for myself, and if anybody benefits from it after that, then multiple birds with one stone. But do what you're supposed to do. Do what you God put you here for. Don't sit here and try to follow my footsteps.
Would you ever consider taking an MMA fight?
Yeah, for sure. 100%. I think it could happen.
You a lie.
Why not? Why not?
You a lie.
If I can learn how to box in 2 years and beat people like him, then why can't I learn how to do MMA
Let's
in
do
2
MMA
years
then.
and beat people like him?
Let's do MMA then.
So that's my answer. Is it will happen at some point. 100%.
Let's do this MMA after we do this boxing stuff, so I can elbow you in the head and knee you in the nugget.
So there you have it, folks.
He cap.
What is Darren Williams in the boxing public going to find out Saturday night here in Tampa?
Well, first I would like to say thanks to Jake and his team for putting me on the Showtime card. I'm very excited about this opportunity. But a lot of people are going to really be surprised with my skill set. I took this 8-week real serious. I always wanted to do this, and I'm going to show the world that I got boxing skills come Saturday night.
I think there's a stigmatism about, basketball players, being a little soft, and I'm here to show that's not the case. I've been training for a while, MMA, stand up, and making the switch to boxing has been a process that I've enjoyed, and I've taken this camp very seriously, and you're gonna see that on Saturday.
Well, I think it would be a good fight. Like I said, I respect my opponent. I don't look at Darren as a basketball player. But I feel like any guy who get in the ring, got some type of toughness. He been around fighting, been doing MMA, wrestling, so I know that he got some type of toughness. But like I said, I'm ready. I train my behind off, and they're gonna see some good stuff. They're gonna see some good stuff
in the ring.
Yeah, I think that it's two guys who are high-level athletes in their respective sports. Who have decided to dedicate themselves to the sport of boxing. And, I think that it's an interesting fight because neither one of us has a fight. There's not tape on us. So you just have to tune in December 18th to see what happens.
Man, I've been underdog all my life, bro. I'm okay with it. I will say, like I said before, I train real hard. I've been around this sport for a long time. And the world gonna see my type of skills I got in the boxing ring.
If you were putting together an NBA boxing card with current players, who would you want to see on there?
That's a tough question. Well, Kendall Gill for one, because he's had some professional fights, so I definitely got to throw him on there. James Johnson. James Johnson. I think James Johnson's like a black belt, so I know he's got some training. Throw him on there. Then like some legends like Charles Oakley, because I know he used to throw hands on a regular. One of my former teammates, Jerry Stackhouse, because he used to throw hands on the regular as well. So I'd probably put those guys on there, and then I'm gonna throw myself on there.
You just gonna leave out Nate Robinson like that?
Come on, man.
That's not necessary.
Spanked him, Bellator.
On this card, what can you take from that fight that's going to help you in this one?
Man, since the Tommy Fury fight, fought twice in Mexico, brushing up my skills. I'm a lot sharper, a lot faster, a lot better, a lot sexier now than ever.
Facts.
Chris Avila.
You looking good.
Thank you, sir. Chris Avila ain't got nothing on me. Him and Cameron Diaz, a.k.a. Nathan Diaz Army, they ain't got nothing on me. I'm coming in with ferocious everything. I'm coming to knock him out first round to leave a statement. He's a nobody. I already beat him last time in the cage, smacked him up. Him and Nate tried to jump me, him and his boys, but that didn't happen because I had my team. But come this Saturday, she's going down.
He ain't about to do shit.
You sound like Nate, slurring like a dummy.
That's a fight that's going to be on the undercard. That's what we got for you.
Well, you know, stating back to the last time I fought Chris Avila, when I smacked him up in a cage, Nate, a.k.a. Cameron Diaz, didn't like the fact that I beat his butt buddy. So Nate got butt hurt, threw a water bottle at me. Him and his group tried to jump me. From there on, it's been beef like that. Now I got the opportunity to shut him up again. And if Nate wants the problem, we can settle it somewhere elsewhere. But, you know, I'm coming into this fight with a whole new skill set, you know, dominant. I'm going to show you guys why I transitioned over from MMA to boxing.
It's an 8-round fight, and it's gonna play into my advantage. He ain't got what it takes, so he can say what he wants. And the last fight when we did fight, he didn't do shit. You can watch it again, and all he did was run. He didn't engage. He probably ain't gonna do the same shit on Saturday. So
the only thing you engage in is pot smoking, bro. You not even a fighter. You like 8 and 9, bro. You suck, bro. Like, I swear to God, you suck.
This guy's just mad because all my homies already whooped his ass and punked him all over the place.
Yeah, but I got that W on my name, not yours. You're a has-been, bro. You're a drummer boy, bro. Like, you a nobody. Like, you lucky to be on this card because of me. Come on, bro. Because of me.
I put this dude on too.
Yeah, right. Come on, Nate put you on, bro. Your boyfriend put you on, bro.
He went on to fight Tommy Fury, whatever.
Man, stop playing Stockton.
Got put on.
You ain't
put
about
on
that
again.
life. You ain't a gangster.